So we're going to walk through learning latte art with a complete beginner, and this will show you what you can realistically expect with your first few pours at home. So the first shape we're going to pour is the monk's head. The defining features of this shape are the M out of the top and the rounded bottom, and what makes it a great beginner first shape is that you don't move your pouring hand at all. Just pour fast and confidently and stay close, and the shape forms naturally. Okay, and now lower down, yep, and then raise it back up. Great. Nice, fast, confident pour at a distance, then pause, let it settle, let the movement stop, and then get as close as you can, pour nice and quick. Even closer and pour a little bit quicker. There it is, and cut it off. Monk's head, yes, yes.
Beautiful.
A couple quick notes. I actually love that a spill happened on the first pour. It's part of the learning process. In order to get a nice bright shape, you need to fill your cup up to the top, resulting in overflow. Things that I love, this beautiful sharp edge here means that your milk is foamed to a really good quality. And we see the M out of the top, although we have a pierce through the bottom and stretching caused by the spill. Ultimately, just being mindful of that liquid line as it's happening will make that shape form a little more properly. Up next, a classic segue from the monk's head, we have a classic latte art heart. The main difference between the heart and the monk's head is that where the monk's head has that rounded bottom, a heart has a tail that we're going to draw through. There are two movements that we need to do in order to make this happen. When we're pouring our monk's head and we see the shape starting to form, we're going to raise our pouring hand straight up and then cut all the way through the shape. That's what's going to give us that classic heart look. You ready?
I think so.
Yay, okay, let's do it.
More milk.
Lower down, a little more of that sound, and now raise. Great. Oh, you went a little bit further this time, so those bubbles are going to be there. So I'm just going to check in before you tap this. So those are there, but because you went into that space of microfoam, you should be able to give those a couple big taps and then swirl really aggressively. Yeah, they mostly pop. Yeah, that's it. They pop big. Lay the foundation, yep, nice and fast. Great, and pause, let it settle, and now close.
Tilt.
Now lift away and cut through it. Yeah! Woo! I'm loving the contrast on this. Our symmetry is also coming right down the middle, which is something that I'm looking for. We'll also notice that this has a little bit of a richer texture where that one has that really thin layer. That one was still thick enough to pour latte art, obviously, because it has that nice sharp edge. This gives you a little more material to work with. As you improve, thinning the foam out might be something that you want to do on purpose, but occasionally those can be really hard to control. So when I'm helping folks who are learning, this is more my goal texture, so that way it's something that you can sculpt and shape with a little more ease. So the final shape we're going to pour today is a tulip. This is our first and only intermediate shape we're learning. What makes this shape a little more difficult is that instead of just one pour like the monk's head or heart, this one is going to have multiple pours. We're going to pour a monk's head on the far side of the cup, in the middle of the cup, and then on the near side of the cup. The final one is going to be a heart that strikes through all of the layers, creating like this one column. I may add a wing or two on mine just for fun, but we're just focusing on those simple pours just to get that separation of placement. A little bit more of that sound though, and now raise. Great. You'll lay the foundation the same, but for design, aim for the middle / further side of the cup for that first monk's head. So it's in the placement of it. So yeah, you're gonna aim over here.
Oh, like put it.
Exactly.
Pour it. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And now we're aiming our first monk's head for right over there. And you gotta get really close while pouring fast. Pause. Aim for the middle now. Yes, awesome, pause there. We'll just do a second one right above that. Nice and fast, and then up and through. Yeah! Nice. Right up to the brim. How do you feel about that one?
I feel like it did not go as expected, but because on my first monk's head, I think I was too far from the surface and it just went into the drink.
And that's exactly what happened. First off, I just want to say getting the distinct layers is the essence of this shape, so that's an awesome first round at these. That first monk's head is tricky to pour. The drink is at its shallowest, and you still need to be close so that the milk floats out across the surface of the drink rather than diving underneath like it has been before. So finding a way to maybe tilt the cup a little bit steeper and just almost integrate your milk pitcher into the cup so that way it gets really, really close and you get that brightness going on. What I love about the Tulip in general is that it's a great way to improve latte art. A good way, if you feel like you're plateauing in your skills or abilities, is see how many layers of a tulip you can add. It starts with 2, but then you can add 3, 4, 5. I remember there was somebody who did like a 30-layer tulip as like a New Year's resolution, so they added a new layer for every day in January. So helps you get more control and just have fun with it. You did a really great job today. This is a really good, realistic expectation of what to expect when you're first starting to learn latte art.
Okay, we're gonna do a flying acorn squirrel.
Okay, the classic shape, yep.
Classic. Body, monk's head. Tail, let's do 4-tiered rosetta.
And then we're just gonna draw right on through that. Voila.